late with Tab and NOP. 8, 3, 9 and 7 in the first. This is the second, and we are bang on 10 minutes away. Boom Song at $2 is the favourite. We'll have a chat to Robin Fowler from the Mark Newton stable shortly about Boom Song, this 3-year-old gelding who won so well first up. Flower Moon, though, at $2.70. He's good support early today to beat it from the Kiramar David Eustace yard. Elves, I think some call it, $6. Wassia at 17 and Successful Star Best to the rest. Let's get into the yard here, Wayne, with number 1 Boom Song, the first of them, the favourite, Tom Sherry for Mark Newton.
He certainly looked good the other day at Kembla when he won there, and he certainly hasn't gone backwards. Look at the shine on his coat. Mark Newton horses they normally always keep their form, and that win at Kembla the other day was very, very good. He was given a good ride by Tom Sherry, just kept him well balanced into the straight. When he got challenged, he asked him to quicken up, and he dashed away. For me, he's city class horse.
Number 3 is Elves. It's Keegan Latham for Gwenda Markle.
He won his debut race, and he didn't seem to be all that green, but every start since then, he's shown a lot of greenness. They put blinkers on him today, and I think that's a good. Well, some horses take to the blinkers well, and some don't. But he probably needs them because he doesn't seem to know where he's going, what he's doing. So if he looks straight ahead, he's got a better chance.
4 is Wassia, Jeff Penzer for Ian Finn.
One run back from spell was big odds. Well, it was big odds nearly every start that it had last prep as well. Second up form hasn't really done much. You might just need to run today over this shorter trip.
Number 7 is Flower Moon, Jason Collett for Kiramar David Eustace.
This filly has always had a lot of ability, showed good potential as a younger horse, a 2-year-old, get into the 3-year-old stages, and she come here to Goulburn at a second run and won, and then went for a spell after next start there at Kembla. She was going from good tracks to heavy tracks back to good tracks, and I think she was a little bit confused. But she's had one trial, she finished it off nicely. I'm hoping she's come back a bit mature because she's got a little bit of ability.
8 is Successful Star, Jess Taylor for Jared Austin.
A lightly race winner at Nowra on debut, and then went out for a spell after being beaten in the market out at Orange. Now, it's had 2 trials. I'll tell you what, I think it'll run a cheeky race here because the start that it had on the wet track was Nowra win. So I don't think it's the worst rough run in the race. 9
Little Genie, Brock Ryan for Robin and Luke Price.
Yeah, good winner at Maria first up, and then very disappointing at Wagga, but it was during the carnival. Didn't have a lot of luck there, I guess. So it can be an improver.
And number 10 is Willie Wilson, Olivia Chambers for Gwenda Markle.
Good on you, Willie, whoever you are. You've had 2 runs back from a spell, and they've been just behind the place cutters at Kembla and Nowra, and they're in pretty good Class 1 races. So another one that it's a roughie, but might run into the numbers.
All right, Wayne, Boom Song, the $2 favourite, ahead of Flower Moon at $2.70. Run us through your 8 mile.
I'm pretty well going to stick to what I did with the preview before, and it's pretty well the same way as the market. I've got 1 Boom Song on front. I really like the way he won the other day. He won with a bit in hand, I think. When they come to challenge him, Tom Sherry gave him a click up and he dashed away. I don't think they meant to lead on him the other day, but he jumped so well and put himself there. Tom used his discretion, went to the front, never looked like getting beat. I do think Flower Moon could be the danger here. As I said, last prep she was quite, I think maybe a little bit immature, but she did show the potential. She won a race here at Goulburn before running down the track at Kembla, and she'd been on wet tracks, so I don't think that'll worry her. Finished it off nicely in a trial recently, so definitely the danger. Then we'll go to Elves. He's got the blinkers on today. He's been a very, very green horse, and he's had 3 runs back from a spell now, so he should be fit, and with blinkers on, that should help him. And the other one, I'm in Successful Star, could be an improver. So I've got numbers 1, 7, 3 and 8.
Robin Fowler's here for Mark Newnham's stable. Just the 1 runner in today, Robin, but he looks a very progressive gelding.
Yeah, he's a lovely horse, and he's continued to train well after his win at Kembla.
It was an excellent win, wasn't it? Tom was on board that day as well, and just had him on the bridle the whole way and asked him to quicken, and he really put them away well.
Yeah, he did. I mean, the plan was last time to sit back, but he just jumped so well and we led, and today we're just leaving it up to Tom. Like, if he jumps well and leads, he leads. If not, we'll take a sit. Just depends. But I think in today's race he should lead anyway.
Yeah, and look, he's handled the tracks before. Doesn't look as wet as it has been on some tracks today.
No, I mean, it was a heavy 10 at Kembla the other day. We've got a heavy 9 today. I'm sure he'll get through it.
And he looked to parade well. What was your opinion?
Yeah, he's paraded lovely looking horse and very well behaved. So we'll see what he does.
Okay, good luck today, Rob.
Thank you.
Okay. Robin Fowler for Mark Newnham. 3-year-old gelding who's having his 4th start in the race. His 2nd this preparation is a Your Song. We'll normally get through the ground, of course, out of Mabkara. And looks to have plenty of upside to him. And he's been rock solid around that $2 just since we've been starting the preview. Opened today, pre-scratchings at 170. It was 210 a couple of hours ago. Bottomed out at 195, now $2. Ahead of Flower Moon, he's been 250, just getting out to 280 now. There was some early support for it before scratchings and post-scratchings today. But just starting to ease a little bit. Just having a look at the NOP prices as well. Here in this second race of the day, and it is the favourite Boom Song. $2 was the opening quote. In fact, 205 out to 210. You've seen Flower Moon go from 250, 270, 280, 290 just on the drift. Elves has been $5.50 to $6, and they're clearly the top trio. There's a gap then to $17 about successful start. It's in a point. In fact, the one that has really firmed up here is Wasir. It's been 31 into 13. So it's gone 31, 15, 14, $13. So wasn't in your numbers, Wayne, Wasir, but there's been a bit of a move for it here for Ian Finn.
Yeah, its runs last prep were okay. Like in the city class, races behind Suave and different strokes and put up lame in one of those runs and it bled in another. So, it's been in the stewards for it quite a bit. When they've been a bleeder and whatever, I just like to let them have a run and whatever. Like it ran at Hawkesbury the other day on the soft. It wasn't really, and it was slow away and never really got into the race. So it'd be interesting to see what it does today.
Yeah, there's a little bit of market support. Certainly, putters were on the money in the first race to a degree, I suppose. Those that took the bigger price about Bobby's Secret spec from 18 into 10 late, and I suppose it's been a similar sort of move for Wasi.
Great to see Mel Harrison have a winner there. She's only got a boutique stable, I'd say, but she's a fine horsewoman.
Absolutely.
They always parade so well.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Bobby's Secret had been knocking on the door, as she said, just brought unstuck by a few wide gates, but today it was the day that everything worked out. And
today someone opened that door.
Yeah, they did, for want of a better metaphor, absolutely. All right. $2 here about a Boom Song. So pretty adaptable, I think, this gelding, and whether or not, he does have to lead here. He's probably got the speed to do so. Wasi might be able to boot up there from the inside gate.
Being a bit fresh the other day, he was probably really alert, and they were going to try to ride him just off the pace, but he jumped to the front, and Tom being, got his ideas in order when they're rolling like that. I've been into him all the time about, don't ever drag a horse back, let them run, and it was a perfect ride. If any other apprentices want to look at how to ride on a wet track, that was a beautiful ride the other day. And when he asked him to quicken up, because he hadn't done it that hard in front, he zipped. He waited until the others got to him, then he zipped. So I'm hoping he can do the same today.
And your boy Tommy Sherry, he's had a pretty successful apprenticeship, Wayne, and he comes out of his time this weekend.
He's coming up very shortly. I had the other boy too, Robbie Dolan, but Robbie was very light and gets a lot of rides where Tom's had to do it pretty hard. I think he got over something well in the 60 kilos before he come to Australia, and he works hard. He goes for a run, he sweats, and you got to do that. You got to be dedicated, and that's what he is.
What about coming out of your time, Wayne? What's it like? The road very different then when you don't have an A next to your name.
Well, the road from Muswellbrook was pretty tough. I moved to Sydney, and I was told if I didn't get there and ride work, Tommy Smith and Bart Cummings and Neville Begg and such, that they were going to start not giving me rides. So I had to get there, and it's a bit harder,
Work harder, I suppose.
You do. You got to get. In those days, you had to be at the track nearly every morning. Now they're saying there's too much racing, and they can only go on certain mornings. But I would have liked to have done that. But if you weren't there riding work years ago, you just never got rides. TJ and them guys that just tell you, get here and work, and you'll get somewhere. So the harder you work, the luckier you get, I think is the saying, and it's pretty true.
It'll be tough for Tom, I suppose. It's a tough market here in Sydney, isn't it? And,
tough when you can't ride light. He's getting down to the minimum weight of 54 at the moment, but it does catch up with you after a while. You're susceptible to flu and, bugs and whatever, because you just get yourself so flat. And, but good luck to him. he keeps himself pretty fit, and he'll make the transition pretty well.
He's got the attitude to make it.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like taking no for an answer. So yeah, but you've got to be a bit like that, you know.
Chip off the old block with you then.
Yeah, I don't think I would have been a very happy person to be around when I was riding.
All right, last look at the board here. It's Boom Song, just out of fraction now, $2.20. Flower Moon at $2.80. Elves has been solid. It's $6.50. And as we said, there's been some money for Was here. It's now just getting out to 16 after bottoming out at $13 with Tab. So half the field, in fact, a couple of the field are in, but there's only, 7 of them to go in. So
one thing, horses with blinkers, some of them taped on straight away, and some of them, what the hell's going on here? It might take them a run or two, and that's what Elves looking at him. We don't know which way he's going to go. Wish we had a crystal ball, but anyway, I do think he needed the blinkers put on.
It's a sign of positive intent, though, isn't it?
It is. It is.
And let's see how he fares today. He certainly had some ability, Elves, and I know the run prior to that, he didn't have much luck when running second to All Girls. That was an excellent run.
Well, his debut run, he won at Kembla. He beat a flying machine of Martin Newman's Russian Standard. He didn't win many matches, but geez, he could run.
Yeah.
If the winning post was at the 200, he'd have won 10 straight, I think. But anyway, we'll see how he goes.
Okay, they're moving in well. Here's Mitch Race 2.
Round for her. In fact, she's starting to trim that margin up from Boom Song. It's 240, 270 now. Willie Wilson comes up. Olivia Chambers partnering Willie Wilson here. And Leaves will come up and complete it. So they've loaded well. The Thirroul handicap over the 1200. Bobby's Secret taking the first, leading throughout. Set to go. Gates are back and they're away, and Wasser off the inside was the first one to bounce. Boom Song's going forward on its outside. Likewise, Flower Moon. And it leaves with the shades on as prominent as well. So it's a bit of a drive into that first corner. Wasser's keen to hold the mount and hold the rail, and he holds the lead as well. So it's Wasser a length and a half clear from Boom Song in second. Flower Moon and Leaves trail up in third and fourth. A break of 3 lengths away to Successful Star. Willie Wilson's got past it. And going back to the tail end is Little Genie. Wasser in front of the 600 metres mark. Tries to steady up mid-race, a length clear from Boom Song and Flower Moon, third the inside. Leaves us fourth, and Willie Wilson's got to fifth on a wide passage. 2 lengths away, Successful Star, and 2 back to Little Genie. Wasser joined quickly by Boom Song. Sherry hasn't let this go yet at the 300. Flower Moon tries to get into the clear, did so, had a big bump there with the Leaves at the 200. Boom Song, now he's had to get busy. Flower Moon's out after it into the clear. 100 to go. Boom Song about a half in front. Trying hard, Flower Moon. Coming hard now, Flower Moon. We're moved up, struck the front and won. Flower Moon beat Boom Song. Leaves 4 lengths away in third. Fourth either was Sir or Little Genie. Then Successful Star and Willie Wilson.
The 2 favourites come away, and Flower Moon proving a shade too good at the business end for Boom Song. They went a fair clip early, Wayne, and Flower Moon probably got the slightly better run there, just tucked away one off one behind the leader, I should say. $2.70 and $1.90. It's been able to get around and come after Boom Song, getting there in the last 50 metres of the race.
Look, we said before the race she'd always shown good potential, and she'd looked like she'd come back and she trialled quite well the other day, and I just was hoping she'd matured a bit. Certainly done that. She got in a bumping duel with a horse outside her. I think might have Elves there, and she come off, well, obviously best, not second best, and still had enough there to get home and run down the favourite in front. I don't know, there might have been excuses for Boom Song, but he seemed to get there easy enough. He kept him balanced and whatever easy enough, and the other filly was just too good to run home.
1:13.76 is the race time on the heavy 9. 3-year-old filly by Shalaa out of Salinger. Flower Moon has won the second. It's 7, 1, 3 and 4 as we take you to Toowoomba.